Today I will introduce the use methods and precautions of the leaf cable identification instrument. HTDSV leaf cable identification instrument is a special instrument used to identify a specific cable from a bundle of cables. It has two functions, power off cable and leaf cable. Now we will introduce the instrument, which is composed of transmitter and receiver. The accessories used include leaf cable transmitting induction lamp, power off detection test light, and the test induction ring on the identification instrument. Because of the limitation of conditions, we can only demonstrate power off recognition. When power failure recognition, the armor of the cable under test will be disconnected. The core wire of the recognized cable will be connected to the red wire of the tester, and the black grounded. Grounding the red core of the composite ends of the cable under test. If it is leaf identification, you can follow the wiring diagram and operation methods on the lower part of the instrument panel. During leaf identification, the armor of the tested leaf cable must be wire grounded, and the inductive transmitter clamp should be used to clamp the top of the tested cable. Let's demonstrate the power off recognition. We have completed the wiring of the transmitter as required, and we will carry out the operation of the handled receiving host. We use the receiving host to wrap the test wire of the analog cable with the testing ring to cover the analog cable. Then, after turning on the receiving host will receive the signal transmitted by the transmitting host. The screen of our receiving host will display a downward or upward signal waveform. If it is downward, the signal transmission is in the reverse direction. The upward is the forward direction. If we need to change the direction of signal recognition, we can change it according to the direction of current indicated by the arrow in the receiving ring. At this time, the signal direction on our receiver will be changed, but the direction of signal recognition does not affect our recognition of the cable. Whether it is forward or reverse, we can receive the signal on the host, and we can determine what we recognize. This cable is the one we need to identify. Please note that when recognizing leaf cables, we must pay attention to our own personal safety to prevent this risk of electric shock. It is forbidden to use the red and black test lights of the transmitter to connect to the transmitter. The matching inductive transmitter pliers must be used to identify the leaf cable. When the power cable is identified, we can use red and black test lights to connect to the transmitter.